Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rob Bonta, California Attorney General. Thank you for joining me today as I announce criminal charges I filed in a deeply disturbing case of child abuse and endangerment involving 30 officers at Los Padrinos Juvenile Hall in Downey, California. Before we discuss the details, I want to acknowledge the work done by the members of the California DOJ's Division of Law Enforcement Special Investigations Team and Division of Criminal Law Special Prosecution Section, who investigated and are prosecuting this case. Their commitment to justice is why we're able to take action today. DOJ's investigation began last January after we received leaked footage of a so-called gladiator fight at Los Padrinos Juvenile Hall. The footage, which was later circulated widely by the media and on social media, shows one youth in the detention center being attacked by a series of other youth who come at him one by one as detention officers stand by watching. Some officers are even seen laughing and shaking hands with the young people involved. Watching the video, the officers look more like referees or audience members at a prize fight, not adults charged with the care and supervision of young people. The officers don't step in, don't intervene, and don't protect their charges. After a thorough investigation, DOJ discovered that the video was not a one-off isolated incident. Between July 1st and December 31st of 2023, detention officers allowed and in some instances even encouraged 69 gladiator fights to occur between 143 youth in their care. 69 fights in 6 months. We're talking about vulnerable youth, 143 teenagers between the ages of 12 and 18, young people who are living under the guardianship of the criminal justice system in the custody of the juvenile hall and under the care of these officers who are in positions of authority, confidence, and trust, positions of power that the 30 individuals were charged today abused. The individuals we charged today abused. Today, we're holding these 30 officers accountable through a grand jury indictment and criminal charges of child endangerment and abuse, conspiracy, and battery. Let today's charges be a clear warning up and down our state. If you abuse your power, we'll hold you accountable. If you abuse your power and break the law, we will hold you accountable. Today's criminal charges are the latest example of our ongoing efforts to combat systemic injustice in our criminal justice system. Separate and apart from this criminal prosecution, we're taking steps to address serious ongoing deficiencies in the treatment and conditions of youth at Los Angeles County juvenile halls. Last fall, as part of a separate civil suit we brought against the county, I announced an amended judgment with the county that requires additional monitoring and strengthened protections to ensure the safety and well-being of youth at the facilities, including changes to policy and practice, staffing, and training. Again, that is a separate case. That is a civil case. The case I'm talking about today that we're announcing is a criminal case, completely separate from that civil case. When individuals enter the system, it becomes our duty to protect their health, their safety, their well-being, to ensure they are held accountable for their crimes, serve their due sentence, and have the ability to rehabilitate and safely re-enter our communities, especially young people who should have their whole lives ahead of them. That's hardly possible if they endure abuse and trauma in the system, especially at the hands of those who are charged with their care. Those charged with their care are abusing them. That is wrong, especially in such formative years. These young people deserve every opportunity to turn their lives around and move forward as productive members of society, to leave crime in the past so we can all be safer in the future. We can and must do better. At California DOJ, we're striving to. We need transparency and accountability. Shining a light on abuse and injustice is the first step to eradicating it. The second is holding those responsible to account for their crimes. That's what we're doing today. Before I open it up to questions, I want to thank the members of my team who made this investigation and prosecution possible. Danielle Padua, Patricia Mendiola, Constance Esparza, Paul Sayo, Susan Schwartz, Anthony Brady, Lance Winters, Rachel Capello, Alfred Alvarado, Paul Zurowski, Yesenia Rodriguez, Stephen Woolery, and Venus Johnson. Thank you, and I would be happy to answer any questions you may have.